Hello, hello. Welcome back to another video. Please support me by subscribing to this channel and following me on all other pages. Like the video. Give me a thumbs up, please. Please. Okay, but anyway, let me jump straight on into this video. Listen, wait on the Lord. Before making any hasty decisions, before jumping out there and doing something crazy, when you're going through something and you're angry, it feels like you want a right now answer. It's like, God, you got to tell me something right now. Well, maybe that right now may not be the best thing for you sometimes. It could be simply because there are a lot of times we're asking God to give us that right now for selfish reasons or other reasons that we dare not allow to come out of our mouths. But God knows your heart. Even if there's an individual in your life that is doing something harmful to you, and it may not be something physical, it could be something that you're just simply asking them or telling them about that they are doing that you don't like, and they continue to do that same thing, and you're like, okay, now, Lord, what am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? It could be your spouse, it could be your children. But let's just talk about in a relationship for the sake of this video. You could have that spouse or that significant other that is doing the same repetitive thing that you've talked to them about and you've asked them not to do. And you thought that maybe, perhaps things has gotten better, and then you see the same pattern of events over and over again. So what do you do in that situation? Well, I'll tell you what you do. You wait. You wait until you get clear cut instructions from God, and the sun is really in my face right now. Y'all give me just a moment. You wait until you get clear cut instructions from the Lord before you make any hasty decisions that could be detrimental to your life, and if you have children, even to your children's life. Now, in that waiting period, should you just sit around and act as if nothing is existing, act as if nothing is going on? No. You continue to have those conversations. But then you also, in the meantime, continue being the very best version of you that you could possibly be. That means you prepare yourself financially. That means that you get all of your ducks in a row to make sure that whatever decision that God tells you to make, particularly if it's to walk away from that spouse, that you are mentally ready to do so. You're financially ready to do so. So I know a lot of times when we feel like someone is doing us wrong, it's very easy to get into this frame of mind. Oh, this person is constantly getting over on me. They're constantly thinking that they're winning. But no, that doesn't mean that that is a win. It's a win when you can remain and keep your composure. Staying still doesn't mean in the literal sense you're just sitting still and you're doing absolutely nothing. Let's use a job for an example. You're working on a job and this manager, supervisor, whatever you want to call them, has been giving you nothing but problems. God don't intend for you to just walk away from your job just like that and you don't have a backup plan. So in the meantime, you have to sit there and wait on the instructions from the Lord. He may tell you to one day take some breakfast or lunch for that same boss. And you're thinking, you're stretching like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to do what? You don't know what God is doing in that moment. So don't be alarmed of nothing that he tells you to do. Does it hurt? Does it sting? Yes, it does. You may be that wife or that husband that says, I'm not doing nothing for them special right now. The only thing that they would get from me is what I'm required to do, and that's help out in the household. But anything beyond that, they won't get it. And then God may say, cook your wife a beautiful dinner. or take your wife out when she's doing all kind of things to you now. She's not doing it. You've asked her several times to stop doing certain things and she's still doing it. And yet God may tell you to do the exact opposite of what in your mind you would like to do right in that moment. Learn how to not make hasty decisions when you're angry. I was like that for many years. For many years. I would act out of instinct in a heartbeat. You do something to me, I will match your energy. But what did that get done for me? Absolutely nothing. Did that change the behavior? Did it change? Ask yourself this question. When you get upset with your spouse and you're throwing things around in the house, you may be that woman might put your hands on him or vice versa. Have that changed anything? Being upset doesn't change anything. First of all, violence is never appropriate. So let's just go there. Violence is never appropriate. So the best thing that you could do, unless it's a situation where you're being physically abused, you got to try your best to get out of there right away. I don't think God expects for us to sit and wait when you're being abused. I just don't believe that. Some may beg to differ, but that's my opinion. My opinion. You have got to be able to get out of that situation as quickly as you possibly can. But if you're dealing with that spouse, don't you think, I'm going to pull this up closer, don't you think for 1 second that you're losing because it appears that they're getting away with something that you've asked them not to do? You've preached to them about it. You've practically begged them not to do it. And they decide they're going to continue on doing the same exact thing that you've talked about. Don't think for one moment, because you're still there, that they're somehow getting the upper hand and nothing's being done. You don't know what God is working on in the background doing on your behalf, especially if you're praying and you've given it to him. Doesn't the word say cast your cares on him? So every single care that you have, including with your spouse, your significant other, your children, your job, cast those cares on him because he cares for you. Yes, it does hurt in the moment because sometimes you want to explode and just get away from it. But maybe God is pruning something out of you. Maybe he's maturing you to take you to another level. You just never could tell. So wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. And let him give you clear instructions before you make your next move in any area of your life, especially when it's a situation where you feel like you just gotta do it. You gotta do something right now. I mean, you're panicking. You're anxious. Wait. Wait. Y'all take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.